Hello Sim Racers, this is Sim Racer and welcome to another episode of Sim Racing. Automobilista 2 just recently, within the last couple of days, released its latest update to its sim. There are 4 new cars that they have brought to the sim, and they have brought their second DLC pack, Silverstone Racetrack, to the sim. The first car that I just simply had to take as I slide it off the track, that's not good, is the Lotus 49C. Now, even though I just missed that turn and drove the car off the track, I was very pleased with the way that the Lotus 49C drives and handles. It is not at all as skittish as the vintage cars that represent an earlier time frame by me. I'm not sure, maybe a year or 2 years. Basically, you know, the original Lotus 49 era. Those cars are pretty skittish to drive, to get around the track, and quite frankly, in Automobilista 2, not a car that I'm probably gonna race a lot or run a lot. No mystery that I have opinion that Project Cars 2 has the best drivable Lotus 49 of all racing sims. You could argue that that's because it's not realistic or true to the actual handling characteristics of the Lotus 79, but you know, at my age and at my skill level, I want a car that I can actually drive, that I can enjoy, that I can have fun with in a sim racing game. So back to the Lotus 49C, this car handles very, very nicely. It has the characteristics of a classic F1 car from its time period, from its era, that you would expect. You can break the back end loose and you get the car sideways. You can catch the car. You can do pretty much all the things that you would expect with the car. You can also overdrive the car, and in doing that, it's going to bite you. You know, it's not by any stretch of the imagination, is a modern day car that is easily, you can drive it fairly easily. This is not the case, but the car is certainly well within the boundaries of handling that just about anybody can drive. So I am very impressed with this Lotus 49C, one of the 4 new cars that Automobilista 2 has just recently delivered to the sim. These 4 cars in the update, they're all free to current owners, to owners who own the sim, so there's no additional cost to it. So this is a Lotus 49C. I highly recommend that you climb in it and enjoy it. And it races very, very nicely. And hey, I'm very satisfied with it. Very pleased. I don't see any faults with the car, with it. Well, I just don't find any faults with it, and it's really, really fun to drive. Now, along those other lines, Automobilista 2 has tweaked the AI. Perhaps, to me, the tweaks they've made to the AI are noticeable. I like those tweaks. I like the way that the AI in Automobilista 2 is behaving. They seem to have toned down that in the AI, where the AI cars would accelerate a bit unrealistically compared to your car in the sim. And here, that has, I think it's just been toned down, and it makes for the AI module to be more realistic, and I found it very enjoyable, much more enjoyable to run. The tweaks are really subtle, though. It's not like you can sit here and say, oh, they made this major change to the AI. They didn't. But whatever tweaks that they did to it, for myself and at my skill level, very, very happy and very pleased with the way that the AI is developing. And they just, to me, keep making it better. Now to the DLC pack of Silverstone. It's $9.99. I believe they're giving you 4 different variations of the track, from 1976 version to all the way up to its current state or current configuration. Now, for myself, I don't like Silverstone. It's not a track that I feel that I've ever felt is a fun track, enjoyable track to drive, and or certainly to race on. I've raced Silverstone multiple times in iRacing, and it's just not a track that I favor, not a track that I enjoy. So I am not going to purchase the Silverstone DLC pack, especially knowing that they have announced that they are working on the Nürburgring and the Nordschleife, that is coming to Automobilista 2, and I certainly hope that they're going to be bringing to us Spa, especially classic Spa. That would just be amazing, and it's almost at this point needed now that they bring Spa and the classic Spa with the era piece cars that we're now getting. So part of I'm tongue-tied because I'm very impressed with Automobilista 2 bringing us these classic vintage F1 cars, and these cars are of an era where they just absolutely deserve to be raced on classic Spa. So I'm certainly hoping that they're going to do that. So that's why I'm holding off buying Silverstone. I don't like the track, but I will, of course, be right there when they release Nürburgring, and hopefully we're going to get Spa. Boy, I hope that's going to be. And also, Automobilista 2 has hinted, they didn't say what the classic F1 car is, but they did come out, and in this update, they did make a statement that they are coming out with another classic F1 race car. And of course, they hinted at that we who enjoy Automobilista 2 are fans of the sim, that we're going to be well pleased with the car that they're going to be bringing to the sims. And then I go off the track again. Yeah, I have 2 off, and that was my fault. Both times I just overdrove the corner, and there was just no way that car was going to rotate and get around the corner. But anyway, my hope is that they're going to bring us the Lotus 79. God, would I love to see that era in Automobilista 2. Well, hey, this is just about over. Thanks for listening to my yabbering. If you don't have Automobilista 2, it is a major buy recommendation on my part, and in my opinion, you need to get it. If you are a sim racer, I think it's a great racing sim. So hey, this is Sim Racer. As always, may all your sim racing pursuits be enjoyable. We will see you next